Welcome to my channel, The Spoiler Zone. Your ultimate destination for in-depth analysis and captivating breakdowns of your favorite film. Alert: this video contains spoilers. Fast and Furious, also known as Fast and Furious 4, is a 2009 action film directed by Justin Lin and written by Chris Morgan. It is the direct sequel to The Fast and the Furious and Too Fast, Too Furious, as well as the fourth installment in the Fast and Furious franchise. It stars Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, Michelle Rodriguez, and Jordana Brewster. In the film, Dominic, Toretto, Diesel, and FBI agent Brian O'Connor, Walker, are forced to work together to avenge the murder of Toretto's lover Letty Ortiz, Rodriguez, and apprehend drug lord Arturo Braga, John Ortiz. A fourth film was announced in July 2007, with the returns of Diesel, Walker, Rodriguez, and Brewster confirmed shortly thereafter. To account for the cast seeing absences from either of the previous two installments, the film was developed to place The Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift, 2006, as occurring beyond the events of Fast and Furious, while the short film Los Bandoleros, 2009, was produced and released. Principal photography began in February 2008 and concluded that July, with filming locations including Los Angeles and the Dominican Republic. Lin, Morgan, and composer Brian Tyler returned in their roles from Tokyo Drift. Fast and Furious is the first film to feature D-Box motion. It was also the first film in the franchise to be produced by Diesel. The movie starts. Dominic Toretto and his crew, consisting of his girlfriend Letty, Tego Leo, Rico Santos, Cara, and Han Seoul-Oh, are hijacking fuel tankers in the Dominican Republic. Dom suspects the police are on their trail, and leaves Letty behind to protect her from being caught. Months later, in Panama City, Dom gets a call from his sister Mia, who tells him Letty has been murdered. Dom heads to Los Angeles to attend her funeral and finds traces of nitromethane at the crash site. He coerces the local mechanic into giving the name of the buyer, David Park, and is informed that the only car that uses nitromethane in the area is a green 1972 Ford Torino Sport. Meanwhile, FBI agent Brian O'Connor is trying to track down a Mexican drug lord, Arturo Braga, whose identity to the public is unknown. His search also leads him to Park. Dom arrives at Park's apartment and hangs him out of the window by his ankles before Brian arrives. Brian saves Park, who in turn becomes the FBI's new informant and gets Brian into a street race. Brian selects a modified 2002 Nissan Skyline GT-R R34 from the impound lot. Dom also shows up, in his 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. Ramon Campos, Braga's second-in-command, and Giselle Yasher, Braga's liaison, reveal that the winner will become the last driver on a team that traffics heroin between the Mexico-United States border. Dom wins by bumping Brian's car while in nitro, making him lose control. Brian uses his power as an FBI agent to arrest another driver, Dwight Mueller, and takes his place on the team. The team meets up with Braga's henchman, Phoenix, and Dom notices that Phoenix drives the same Torino the mechanic described. They drive across the border using tunnels to avoid detection. Dom confronts Phoenix and learns that he kills the drivers after their work is done and that he killed Letty when she tried to escape him. A standoff ensues. Dominic detonates his car with nitrous to distract Braga's men, and Brian hijacks a 1999 Hummer H1 with $60 million worth of heroin in it. Brian and Dom drive back to LA and hide the heroin in a police impound lot, where they pick up a modified 2008 Subaru Impreza WRX STI hatchback. They drive to Dom's house and reunite with Mia. Dom attacks Brian when he learns he is the last person in contact with Letty. Brian explains Letty was working undercover, tracking Braga in exchange for clearing Dominic's record. Brian tells his superiors that in exchange for Dominic's pardon, he will lure Braga into a trap, forcing him to show up to exchange money for the heroin. At the drop site, the man who claims to be Braga is revealed as a decoy, and Campos, the real Braga, escapes with Phoenix to Mexico. In the ensuing chaos, Phoenix nearly runs over Giselle before Dom saves her. The failed trap results in Brian being taken off active duty. With Giselle's help, Brian and Dom travel to Mexico to catch Braga in the Subaru and Dom's rebuilt 1970 Dodge Charger R/T and apprehend him at a church. As Braga's henchmen try to rescue him, Brian and Dom drive through the tunnels back to the United States. Brian is chased by Phoenix ahead of the others until he is T-boned and pushed out of the tunnels. Before Phoenix can kill him, Dom drives out of the tunnels and into Phoenix, killing him. As police and helicopters approach the crash site on the American side of the border, Brian tells Dom to leave, but Dom says he is tired of running. Despite Brian's request for clemency, the judge sentences Dom to 25 years to life without parole. Brian resigns from the FBI and Dom boards a prison bus that will transport him to Lompoc Penitentiary. As the bus drives down the road, Brian, Mia, Leo, and Santos arrive in their cars to intercept it. What I understand from the movie is that Fast and Furious, 2009, serves as a thrilling installment in the franchise, blending action-packed sequences with themes of loyalty, redemption, and the importance of family and friendship. Subscribe and comment for more videos like this, and thank you for watching.